Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special movie stream review uh, from the MikeySuzeFour channel. Hope everybody in our community family is doing well, and your families also. I wanted to first say I'm sorry that I wanted to go ahead and postpone the two episodes of 18 I planned on doing today. I will move those episodes forward to next Thursday afternoon around this same time, 1 o'clock. So it's just, just a temporary switch there. Also, my buddy Gorilla's Random Thoughts uh, does say he's planning not to do Waltons tomorrow night. So I'm going to move my movie preview of Star Trek V, um, The Final Frontier. I'll move it up to 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, which is 8 p.m. Central, 7 o'clock in the Mountain, and 6 p.m. in the Pacific time. There will be a select panel. It is subscribers only. Um, but what I want to do first is give a quick, I think what I'll do from now on is I'll give a quick preview or review of the movie, my own way that I do it, usually on the webcam. And then what I'll do is I'll pin after I bring up our panel. Then I'll go ahead because we can fit up to 10 people up there. So I do have at least 7 or 8 I usually like having there to talk about the movie itself after I gave her a review. And then, of course, we can talk about other topics, just not the taboo ones we always, are I forbid to, even talk about on the thing. But I will pin the uh, StreamYard from now on the Friday night reviews after the initial review is done, so we can talk about stuff. And like I said, I can do up to 10 uh, family members. So yeah, it's going to be a few changes being made. Um, they're not radical changes, but I just want to let people know what's happening. And today, I really wanted to talk about a very controversial, graphic, and violent movie that my wife and I did see back in late August, and the movie is called Blink Twice. It does have somewhat of an all-star cast, including Channing Tatum, Gina Davis, Christian Slater, Kyle MacLachlan, and Haley Joel Osment, who you might recognize from Sixth Sense. But he's older now. Yeah. So, excuse me. So, I plan to do just this quick review today, um, because I do have other panels I'm going to be a part of tonight. I know one for sure. I don't know about the other one, but my friend Resolute Germ does his nerd roundtable right around 8 o'clock our time Eastern, and then 2 hours later at 10 o'clock Eastern, I'm doing a panel with Miss Raquel SSG 2211 and Moira Kitty. We're going to be watching, party, and reviewing Speed, which is a great film. It really is. Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, and of course, Jeff Daniels, very good in it. And also the villain played by Dennis Hopper. Awesome. Now, the sequel, Speed 2, which we're going to do the following week on the 26th, that was okay. It brought back Sandra. We also had Jason Patrick and Willem Dafoe. They're pretty good, but it wasn't as good as the first one. But but as I said, we're gonna watch both Speed this week and then next Thursday, Speed 2. Now, I also have a panel watch party with Charlotte Nightstar and, of course, our friend here, Brother Curtis Selby, our tired midnight blogger. We're gonna be reviewing 9.5 weeks, and we've got part one reserved for me on Saturday at 4:05 p.m. Eastern, and then on Sunday, on my birthday, which is my 59th birthday, by the way, um, I will be doing the second part with Charlotte and Curtis and the crew for Sunday. Now, before that, at 12 noon straight up Eastern, on Sunday. I will be celebrating my birthday. So there will be a stream. I'm only going to let it last for about 2.5 hours, give or take, because I don't want to run into Charlotte's thing. I definitely want to be there for that. Now, also on Sunday, um, Gorilla's Random Thoughts is doing a his Sunday Cinema Sunday, and he plans on doing Angels in the Outfield. That was the one that starred Danny Glover in it. Yeah, that was a good one too. So there's a lot going on this weekend. Now, like I said, I'm only doing the Charlotte thing, Night Star uh, watch party on Saturday. I don't plan on doing any other streams that day. So I'm sorry, Sif Dan. Um, I got way too much time. Uh, I got time to sleep, and I need that. There's also a personal issue that had just risen here with the building, so I need to let Suzanne know that, and we need to go over it, figure out what we're going to do in the next 5 days. So there is a lot happening. So, but I wanted to get this review out of the way for two reasons. One, because of the graphic nature of it, and secondly, because uh, because I wanted to go ahead and maybe substitute it for Star Trek Five. Because let's be honest, Star Trek Five is not one of the greatest Star Trek films ever. No, not by a long shot. But since a lot of people I spoke to the other day didn't really see this film at all, it is kind of an art film, I would say. Or some people call it an artsy fartsy. Yeah, no, it's an art film, but it's independent film, but it is definitely graphic in nature. It's very violent and very controversial because it could reveal what the elite in Hollywood do to other people, or it could also reveal other things. So I just want to leave that to the curb right now. YouTube, um, as you know, this information is coming just from IMDb, so I'm only going to read from that source. Uh, please don't strike me down because I won't have any copyright strike. I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to relate what is on the review. And give me a moment, folks. I gotta go check with my wife here. Just a second. I just started my stream, honey. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly kind of cancel links and then if you're linked twice, slash. That's one pretty bad. You know, listen. Here, read that line with please. We're trying. Yeah. That's two questions. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah. One thing. Ah. So what do you want to do? What we can do, we have to come in, we might have to check first. Kind of last week outside. Well, I have to go into the Grand Plaza. Um, you got the listens. Bigger steps is taking the okay. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that. I just had to step away to help my wife, beautiful wife Suzanne, out, bring in some groceries and just talk briefly about the thing we got going in 5 days. So, yeah, lots going on. Okay, so first of all, let's acknowledge the chat before we begin. As we said, so far we have Mr. Curtis Selby, my brother, uh, one of my brothers, and also from another mother, and also the Tired Midnight Blogger. He said, "Morning, Mikey." I said, "Hello, brother Curtis, and welcome, sir." We should be on time, but also waiting for Suze to get home from errands, so this might be a short review. Curtis gave me a heart. So thank you, Curtis. Appreciate that. We do have the one like so far and two people that are watching us today. Okay, so let's go to the date this came out, which was August 23rd of 2024. Some days later, on August 30th, yeah, at the end of the month, we saw it. So about a week after it came out. It is called Blink Twice. It is R rated. As I said, it does feature Channing Tatum, um, Naomi Eki, and Aaliyah Shawkat. Like I said, along with Christian Slater, Kyle MacLachlan, Gina Davis, and Haley Joel Osment. Yeah, among others. Uh, it is a psychological thriller, along as being a mystery. When tech billionaire Slater King, played by Tatum, meets cocktail waitress Frida, played by Aki, um, at his fundraising gala. He invites her to join him and his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. As strange things start to happen, Frida questions her reality. Now, the director of this movie was first time director Zoe Kravitz. You might recognize the name. That is, you know, the singer um, Kravitz' daughter. So, yeah. So that is Kravitz's daughter, Zoe. She also wrote the screenplay along with E.T. Feigenbaum. And so far, this movie has received one a nomination for an award from the Women's Image Network Awards for the film and the show writer, Zoe Kravitz. So that's cool. So far, just one award. So, okay. Alrighty. So, like I said, we have Naomi Aki playing Frida, Channing Tatum playing Slater, Christian Slater plays his buddy Vic, Aaliyah Shawkat plays Jess, who is Frida's buddy. Simon Rex is another actor playing Cody. Adria Arjona plays Sarah. Haley Joel Osment plays Tom. Then, of course, as I mentioned, Gina Davis, she plays Stacy. And Kyle MacLachlan plays Rich. And he's and this is interesting. There's a character in it. Um, well, first the MC is played by Saul Williams. Tiffany Persons plays an interviewer. Chris Costa plays Stan. Trey Mullen plays Heather. She's in this. Liz Carabell plays Camilla. Levon Hawk, who is Ethan Hawke's brother, plays Lucas, and I recognized him right away. And a guy named Aaron Himmelstein plays an asshole manager. That's the title. And I'm sorry, Lenny Kravitz, daughter Zoe, is the director of the film. Lenny Kravitz. Yeah, and Lisa Bonet. Right. Thank you, babe. So the daughter of Lisa Bonet and Lenny Kravitz is Zoe. This was her first directorial debut. Okay. Awesome. All right, let's get to trivia. Okay. Now, Zoe Kravitz started writing Blink Twice under the original working title Pussy Island in 2017. Kravitz intended on keeping this title for the film, but a negative reception from the MPAA, which is the Motion Picture Artists of America, Women in Theaters, led to her changing it. Now, early on, when Frida is viewing her phone, there's a quick glimpse of a viral video of her dad, Lenny Kravitz, doing an ab workout in the gym. And like I said, he's the father of Zoe Kravitz, the director writer of this movie. As I also stated, this is Zoe Kravitz's directorial debut. In June 2021, Zoe Kravitz revealed her plans to make her directorial debut with the film, the script of which she co wrote with E.T. Feigenbaum. Filming began on June 23rd, 2022, with production occurring in Mexico. The film's cast includes one Oscar winner, Gina Davis, and one Oscar nominee, Haley Joel Osment. Now, Aaron Himmelstein, as I mentioned, who plays a character named Asshole Manager in this movie, made his movie debut in the romantic comedy High Fidelity 2000, which co-starred Lisa Bonet. That's director Zoe Kravitz's mother. Well, that's interesting. The snakes in the movie are albino pythons. And like all pythons, they are constrictors and non venomous. The whole venom extraction part is a stretch. Okay, now there are actually a few spoilers. So Warning, there's going to be a number of spoilers that I'm going to be revealing about the film. Now, if you were extremely okay, Brad Wolf, hi. Hi, Mikey, and I haven't seen this film yet. Okay, Brad Wolf, then do me a favor. Just for the spoilers part that I'm going to say right now, just go ahead and look away or mute me for a few minutes, okay? So then that way, if you want to go see it yourself, I would say yes. Both of us, Susan and I recommend it. Well, I'll give you the grade and out of five that I have later. So I will mute. Yes. Thank you, Brad. Yeah. I just want to give it quick today. So, okay. So, lo and behold, here are the spoilers. I'll try to read through them as fast as I can. Now, the scene near the end where Slater, played by Channing Tatum, says I'm sorry over and over again was done in one take. As Tatum told director Zoe Kravitz, he could only do it with such intensity once before he felt it would start to look fake. Now, early in the movie, Frida tells her friend Jess that success is the best form of revenge. This foreshadows the ending. Instead of killing Slater for sexually abusing her, she uses the effects of his perfume to wipe his memories, enabling her to take over his company and become a successful businesswoman, and turning him into a will-less victim. Now, when Frida is looking through the Polaroids of people who have been on King's Island, there's a man who looks like the infamous Jeffrey Epstein. Now, Epstein was a businessman and CEO with an important social and political influence who in 2005 was uncovered as an abusive sexual predator by the media. In 2008, he was found guilty of procuring a child for prostitution and of soliciting a prostitute and sentenced to 13 months in prison. In 2019, he was arrested again and accused of conspiracy to sexually traffic minors. Now, he died on August 10th, 2019, in his jail cell, 1 month after his arrest. His death was officially ruled a suicide by hanging, though he has been the subject of many conspiracy theories, including speculation that he may have been murdered. Now, in addition to the obvious reference to Jeffrey Epstein, ultra rich men assaulting girls and women on a private island, several reviews of Blink Twice noted that it also references the allegations against comedian Bill Cosby, who has been accused of using his celebrity to facilitate drugging and raping multiple women. This movie's director, Zoe Kravitz, is the daughter of musician Lenny Kravitz and actress Lisa Bonet. And Bonet, of course, was a regular on Cosby's 1980s and 90s hit TV series The Cosby Show in 1984 and A Different World in 1987, playing Denise Huxtable. Now, at the party, Frida asks the therapist to blink twice if she is in danger. He blinks twice, indicating she is indeed in danger. The flowers on the island, with their intoxicating scent that contributes to people staying for long stretches and forgetting the negative things happening there, are similar to lotus flowers in Greek mythology. Now, on August 21st, 2024, 2 days prior to release, Amazon MGM issued a trigger warning across all of their social media accounts. Now, this warning, which is shown before the US and UK theatrical release, states Blink Twice is a psychological thriller about the abuse of power. While this is a fictionalized movie, it contains mature themes and depictions of violence, including sexual violence. Now, very shortly after this movie was released, the trial of Dominique Pellicot started in France. Now, Pellicot is a 71-year-old man from Mazan. That's a town near Avignon in the south of France. Now, he was accused of frequently drugging his wife of over 50 years, Giselle, and inviting dozens of men into their home to rape her while she was unconscious. Investigators believe she was raped at least 92 times by at least 72 people. The court alleged that he the court alleged that he repeated this over the course of nearly a decade. Though though that though Giselle suffered from bruises and other injuries, I get nervous laughter when I start to mess up on things. Multiple sexually transmitted infections and memory lapses so severe that she feared she had Alzheimer's. She never knew that her husband, the father of her three children and grandfather of her seven grandchildren, had performed this grotesque violation until investigators showed her Dominique Pellicot's own photos and videos of some of her rapes. Now, at the party, Vic says to Jess that she looks familiar, Later on, it is revealed she indeed has met him before. The line "forgetting is a gift" is repeated throughout the film. Visitors to the island get the forgetfulness perfume as a literal gift when they arrive, or when they leave, sorry. Early on in the film, Frida and Jess choose between red and blue dresses, and Frida chooses red. Like the red pill in The Matrix, Frida eventually learns an unsettling truth and sees the oppressive nature of the men on the island. Now, Gina Davis starred in Thelma and Louise, which is also about women avenging themselves against rapists and other male characters who mistreat women. Jess keeps misplacing her lighter, which is a foreboding that there's something strange going on. Now, Gina Davis, who plays Stacy, starred in the movie The Long Kiss Goodnight in 1996. That was the one, I believe, with Samuel L. Jackson also. Both movies are related to memory loss and false memories. Okay. Okay, Brad. Well, you can unmute. The rest is goops and other stuff. So, yeah, you may not care about the goofs and things, but yes, I'm done with the spoilers. Okay, so he said, "Wait to me, let me know when to unmute." Yes, sir. You can unmute now. Curtis says, "Howdy, Brad Wolf." Brad Wolf says, "Hi, Curtis." Yeah, Curtis says this movie sounds horrible, meaning that it deals with some horrible things that have happened, but also sadly timely. Yes, yes. I'll tell you, to be honest, Suzanne and I, Suzanne is really, you know, horror really doesn't phase her. I'll be totally honest with you about that. And me, I'm okay with it, but if there are some things that stand out in my mind that are really painful to watch, I will let you know, and I will. And I mean, I always let her know that. And I'll tell you, both of us, when we came out of that theater, we were stunned. Stunned expressions. I had never felt like that before. And I felt dirty. I felt dirty. I did a little bit for just watching the film myself. I mean, I know Suzanne had different feelings about it, which are great. I'm glad that she is a partner I can bounce off of to talk about things like that. Um, don't forget, she's also a minister, so she is used to this and seeing all this violence a lot. But I mean, still, it stunned the heck out of both of us. Um, it does give you some uh, apprehension, and it really does change the way you look at celebrities and their managers and powerful people in the world today. It really does. So yeah, it does. Thank you, Mikey. Brad says, "Yeah, I'm unmuted. Thanks for the consideration." Oh, no problem, sir. If you really are willing to watch to go see it, it's still available. But I'm not sure for how long. There's a lot of controversy, as I said. It's very controversial. So, yeah, bear that in mind. Okay, make sure you check the theater thoroughly to make sure it's still showing it, because it will not put it on big main screens. It just puts it inside screens, which it did for us. So I mean, yeah. So just make sure it's there. It has been out almost a month now. So yeah, Bradwood says I'm good with horror, but I don't watch it all the time. I'm more sci-fi and fantasy type. Yeah, as I said, this is a it's more of a psychological thriller, but it does have violence, graphically violence, and as I said, it's a mystery. Yeah. So if you like mysteries, that's the other thing. Okay, now I'm gonna go into goofs. Okay. There's only wow, so far, as I said, IMDb not always accurate, but in this case, there's only two goofs they they caught so far. So this is probably subject to change. I'm sure they'll add a few more goofs down the line. But towards the end, Slater is talking to Frida and says everyone outside is dead. He's right, but couldn't have known. So that's one thing. That's miscellaneous. And then the other thing is audiovisual unsynchronized. Right at the end of the film, the song playing is "The Boss" by the JBs, is not the one that is displayed as such on the screen. So there's just two minor goofs so far. Okay. Now the quotes. And so far, as I said, really most people haven't had a chance to see it. So a lot of them haven't put down most of the information yet. But one quote is Frida saying something horrible is about to happen. So that's a that's a misnomer. It's actually very true. Okay. Now we'll look at the soundtracks. Now the soundtrack for this film is pretty heavy. For example, there's a song called "Paid the Cost to Be the Boss," which was written by Charles Bobbitt, James Brown, and Fred Wesley, performed by James Brown, courtesy of MGM. Then there's "Somebody Made for Me," which is written and performed by Emmett Rhodes. That's courtesy of Geffen Records, and it's under license from Universal. "Don't Be Scared." That was written and performed by Yoko Ono. That's courtesy of Capitol Records. Then you got "People Get Up and Drive Your Funky Soul," which was written by Charles Bobbitt, James Brown, and St. Clair Pickney, which is also performed by James Brown. Then there's a group called Shakachas, which is called the song's called Jungle Fever, and it was written by Willie Albemarle, who lists himself as Willie Noel Demore. Okay. Then there's a song by Candy Staton, which is written by Dave Crawford, who writes himself in as David Bernard Crawford, called Young Hearts Run Free. Then there's another song by James Brown. So really, I think that Zoe was raised around James Brown because she does, and Chaka Khan and Beyonce. Yeah, Beyonce. Anyway, so James Brown, really, 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 which was written by Charles Bobbitt, James Brown, Fred Wesley. Then there's one song I recognized right away. It's performed by Rufus and Shaka Khan called "Ain't Nobody Loves Me Better." I just said that line, YouTube people. So just that one line. It's written by Hawk Walensky, who is listed as David James Walensky. And finally, one of the ladies I don't like as a singer at all, Beyonce. Uh, she did a song called "I'm That Girl." Um, it was written by Michael Dean as Michael G. Dean, The Dream as Terrius Adamu, Ya, Gistelda Diamant, Kelman Duran, Beyonce as Beyonce, Giselle Knowles, and Tommy Wright III. And that's Parkwood, courtesy of Parkwood Entertainment, Columbia Records. Of course, Sony helped out. So, okay. And last but not least, we'll go into the filming and production. Okay. So there were four main locations. The main location of it, where the island was in the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, which is in the country of Mexico. Uh, then there was also a place I noticed right away called Quintana Roo. That's spelled Quintana and then Roo. So Quintana Roo, Mexico. And then they did show some city locations, and that, of course, was right there in the heart of Mexico City. Okay. So that's everything we have. And one last thing. Let's see. Yes. Now, there's a couple places in Canada. It's called Blink Twice in English. It's known by other things. Let's see here. Just want to see when it was released in the United States and the United Kingdom, if you're curious. So yeah. So in the United Kingdom, it was released August 23rd, 2024. Same date in the United States. And let's see. Yeah, and it was the same date in Canada too, I believe. Yeah, August 23rd. Yes. So in both the United States and Canada on August 23rd. And like I said, a week later, my wife and I went to see it. So, okay. And Moira Kitty, meow. Hey, hello, Moira. You're just here on the tail end of our review today. Just very quick, because I have two prior commitments that I've got ahead of me tonight, and I got to get some other stuff, some other work done. So I just wanted to put this out there. Uh, if you are curious, Moira, to see it, please don't rewatch because, well, you can rewatch, but if you get to the part I didn't mean to say that. Okay, let me reverse myself. Please rewatch, but when you get to where I say spoilers, like Brad Wolf did, put your hands over your ears or hit mute until the spoilers are over. He also told me to give a visual cue so I could let you guys know when the spoilers are done. So what I did was I waved like this. So when you see me wave like that, Moira, yeah, then go ahead and unmute. Yeah, because there's a lot of spoilers in there, a lot of controversial stuff. So yeah, check it out. Okay, so Moira Kitty says meow, and Brad Wolf says hello, Moira. Curtis says meow meow, Moira. Meow meow, Mikey and Brad. Purr. Oh, purr. Curtis. See, I can't do it. I can't. I can't do it. I used to be able to do it. Moira says I'm fine with spoilers. Okay. All right. So rewatch the entire thing, Moira, when you get a chance. And don't forget, please hit the like if you do like this video today. Also, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We are only four family members away from 200. So please, we need just four more people. Just let us know. Let people know. Your friends, your family, relatives, acquaintances, anybody you know in the YouTube community that might be interested in our MikeySuzeFour channel, just tell them to subscribe. That helps a lot too. Helps the algorithm, for YouTube. And please don't forget to hit the uh, notification bell, the ding, 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 so that in future streams and webcams, just like this, when it says notify me, just hit the button there once and it will say notification on, and that'll let you know what's happening. And please share the channel as well. So like, subscribe, share, and notify. Perfect, perfect. Moira is smiling. Bradwood says I'm lagging again, sadly. Uh, yeah, Bradwood says only four away from 200. Good job, Mikey. Thank you, Bradwood. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're at 196. Trying to get there. As I said, as soon as we get to 200, I will think of a date right away where we can go ahead and, just a live stream, subscribers only, of course, but to celebrate all of our 200 subscribers straight up. So, yeah, just if we get there, like I said, I'll come on for a short little webcam, let you go, guys and gals know, okay, so we reached 200. This will be the next day that we'll go ahead and put the stream up and we'll do uh, our special 200 subscriber stream. So that'll be a lot of fun. Oh, Curtis says you are up to 197, just three more. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, brother Curtis. So, okay, three more people. Cool. Yeah, we might do it next week. Yeah, we reach right at 200. We could do it next week. That'd be great. Yeah. Moira says, I wish someone had given me a spoiler about the mist. I wouldn't have wasted my time with it. Yeah, yeah, I know the mist. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad horror film, but yeah, not great. I would have waited till it got on the video myself, but it's okay. It was all right. It was okay. But yeah.
You're supposed to commit suicide and murder.
Yeah.
Just end the movie there and don't watch anymore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just send the movie there. That's what Suzanne said. Yeah. Right. That right, Moira? That's where they could have ended it. Sure. Absolutely. And she's smiling. Yeah, Bradwood says, sweet, only three. Sweet, dude. And Moira's laughing and smiling. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Moira. Yeah, okay. So I was trying to be considerate to Brad Wolf. Thank you, Brad Wolf, for saying I was. Anybody else who'd love to rewatch this review, please do, because it does give you some information, but not a lot because it's still, the movie's still only been out there for less than a month, so it's still progressing. Uh, as more and more weeks go by, I may tend to go back every once in a while just to check, see if there was any additional information. Might give you guys and gals that information to let you know what's been presented on IMDb. But for now, the spoilers is a lot, and like I said, if you really want to see the film, uh, Moira's fine with it. But if any of you else want to see it, make sure you mute yourself when I say spoilers, and then when I go like this, then go ahead and unmute yourself. Yeah. Then that way you won't it won't ruin the experience for you because, like I said, it's highly graphic, immersive. Yeah, it's going to give you nightmares. I guarantee. I guarantee it. You may not think that most films can or do that. This one will. It'll give you some serious, and it will also give you some serious thought about how power corrupts. Absolutely. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Yeah. It'll give you lots of food for thought. Right. Yeah, definitely. Okay. 100%. And of course, some parts. There we go. Okay. So, uh, let's go ahead and give my review and my short review and my grade and the reasons for that. All right. So I gave it an 8 out of 10 stars, which is 3 out of 5. And I gave it a straight up B. I would have probably given it a better grade if there had been a little less violence, maybe just kind of toned down the violence a little bit. But a lot of it was very eye opening and very awake. Now, as far as woke, you can't help that. Nowadays, some of these films got way too much woke in it. But I have to say, it didn't have a lot of woke in this one. Some, yes. But, and I mean, you'll probably will automatically detect where some of that wokeness is. But granted, Zoe Kravitz, for her first time, did a pretty good job. I have to say. And I hope that Zoe does bring out more good content, some more good movies. I hope she doesn't bring out a whole lot more violent ones because she really went over with this one. Not overboard, but she almost did. Yeah. So like I said, so I gave it a straight up B, basically 3 out of 5 or 8 out of 10. Now, according to early results of IMDb, some of them gave it a 6.7 out of 10. Some gave it a 6.4 out of 10. So that's pretty low. I mean, that's probably about a C grade or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, that's fine. I mean, there was a lot of people. Well, here's the thing. When we saw it, there wasn't a lot of people in the theater. And about midway through or about towards the end, we were the last two in it. That's it. Because a lot of people just walked out. Either it's because of the content, the graphic violence, or whatever was going on. I know that we were the last two in the theater. Everybody else had left. So maybe that says something. To some of you. But like I said, if you're willing to endure it, it's not that long. I think it's close to 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's 2 hours and 24 minutes. So it's not a grandiose epic film. It's just, but it is a very long art film, if you want to go with that. So yeah, I mean it's out there and it exists. But for how long? We don't know. We don't know. For all I know, it could be gone. And it may not be there now. I don't know. Like I said, it's very controversial. Very, very much so. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close it down here in the next, yeah, 2 minutes or so. But I do want to thank Miss Moira Kitty for being here. I want to thank Mr. Bradwolf07. I want to thank Brother Curtis Selby, the Tired Midnight Blogger, my buddy for being here as well. My beautiful wife Suzanne for always being there for me. I love her very much. And of course, don't forget everybody in our family. We've got the next stream tomorrow, of course, will be early at 9 p.m. Eastern, where I will do a quick review of Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, and then I'm going to go ahead and open the panel, uh, to whatever topics other than the tattoo one, or the uh, taboo ones, right? Politics, religion, death and taxes, whatever. Um, yeah, that one I won't go for that. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. If we have other subjects that don't involve that, then that's fine. And sometimes I know maybe one or two things get in there, but we're gonna try to keep it civil. We're gonna try to keep it fun. A lot of laughs, I hope. But yeah, we're going to try to do that. So that's tomorrow. And then, like I said, my next stream will be on Sunday afternoon at straight up at 12 noon, where it'll be just a party. It's a birthday party, 59 years old. Uh, I'm dreading it because next year is 60. And I don't want to tell you what happened on my dad's 60th birthday. So, yeah, I won't touch that. No. I just have to say I leave it in God's hands, as my beautiful wife so eloquently states it. And of course, anything else that's going on this next week, same thing. So we're just going to handle it the best way we can. Anyway, let's go to our final prayer and then we'll go. So, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, Amen. Dear Lord, thank you for this wonderful thing we call social media. As we get into the following closer months to the election going on in the United States and to the elections here in Canada as well, let's hope that by your grace, Lord, that you are able to help us, uh, common people that work hard every day and do the best they can for their families and friends, that they and relatives that they will be able to choose the right leader for the position in both countries, of course, and also that along with the help of your blessed Son Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, as the Holy Trinity becomes one. And of course, not only that, but patron saints of everyone around the world. And of course, the Blessed Virgin Mary, who gives us wisdom, courage, and strength to get through the toughest of days and to avoid the evil one at all costs. So, dear Lord, we ask for all this, we pray, in your name, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. So, hope all of you there enjoyed this video today. I apologize for it being. Thank you, Brad Wolf. Amen. Thank you, sir. I hope you've all enjoyed this today. 4 wonderful likes. Thank you so much, so much. And for still watching, thank you again so much. Like I said, we'll be there together, Moira and I, and Raquel tonight when we do the watch party speed at 10 p.m. Eastern. But before that, if you guys do attend Resolute Germs Nerd Roundtable, that'll be around 8 p.m. Eastern. So those are the other 2 streams that I'll be attending tonight as well. Gorilla does say he's going to still do his DS9 on Saturday, um, but I'm going to rest because I got the one. Stream I promised to do with Charlotte Nightstar, and it's also a birthday gift from her. So I'm going to watch that and review it with Mr. Curtis Selby here in the chat. That'll be at 4:05 p.m. Eastern, both on Saturday, part one, and Sunday, part two. But I am doing my birthday stream then on Sunday afternoon at 12 noon. So that's what's coming up this week. Got to and Angels in the Outfield on Friday or Sunday night. Sorry. So that too. So that's what's coming on this weekend. Next week we'll have everything back to normal. Uh, we'll do our Red Dwarf reviews on Monday. Our Secrets of Isis, and we're almost done. When that's done, as I said, we'll move on to TOS episodes. There are 79 of them, and I'll do the first 2 episodes on Tuesdays. So that'll be called Trek Tuesdays. Cool. Then Wednesday, still be the greatest American hero. And then, like I said, today I had to cancel, postpone till next week, next Thursday, when I go ahead and do 2 more episodes of the A Team, the greatest action thriller drama on TV for the 1980s, in my honest opinion. So look forward to all that. And then, of course, Friday nights are always called Mikey Movie Mayhem. And like I said, tomorrow's going to be Star Trek 5. Next Friday will be Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country. And that might be a different starting time because tomorrow is, of course, 9 o'clock. But next Friday, uh, because it's 9 due to circumstances, as I mentioned before. But the next week could go back to 11 p.m. Eastern. So keep an eye on all that. Please don't forget, if you've already subscribed, awesome. Make sure you hit your notification, okay? So that you know what's going on. Brad Wolf said, "Oh man," and he said, "I enjoyed it, though it was rather quiet for a while there." Yeah, there's a lot of spoilers on there so far, Brad. Yeah, sorry, but hey, have a good day, Mikey, and his lovely missus. Oh, thank you, Brad, and good day, everyone else. Didn't mean to forget you all. You didn't forget us all, sir. We're all here. We're all good to go. So, finally, last but not least, in the immortal words of Gene Siskel, the movie critic of the Chicago Sun-Times, who was my favorite nerd growing up in the 80s and 90s on that show with the fat man, Roger Ebert, uh, the aisle is now closed. So thank you everyone for being here. Don't forget, check us out tomorrow night on the Star Trek 5 review. And of course, we love you all. And as the holidays approach, happy holidays to everybody. And check us out again tomorrow on MikeySuzeFour. And as I like to end it, final peace. Take care, everybody, and God bless.